Hey guys, welcome back. It's gonna be another video on Croad, the dog. Um, Before we get into the video, I'm just gonna say this: he's great. He's great for what he was made for. There are a couple factions in Faction War Hard that are extremely difficult to deal with, and Plarium knows this. So you know how they do. They invent a problem. If you don't have every champion under the sun, then they're going to sell you the solution. And a big solution to beating Orcs Faction Wars Hard is going to be the dog. Croad is absolutely the one that you're going to want to, if you went and fused him, great. I know the path is still up for the soul as of the making of this video. Obviously, you can see I went for it. It was about 14 sacreds equivalency. It ended up costing me all the shards I had at the time. But he does hit extremely hard. Extreme when he's paired with a Pack Master Shayak. Sorry, for some reason that's such a tongue twister. He does the job, and you're gonna see it here in the video. I don't think I go over any of the builds. No, I do. Okay, so we'll go over the builds, and yes, you can see I have a Garrel, and I don't use her. And that's kind of a thing that Plarium should be looking at, to where people are not using mythicals in Faction Wars Hard. So Garrel is definitely one of the weaker mythicals, like probably bottom 4, bottom 3. She needs a buff, bad. Both versions, they got to do something with her. There is here tell that Fjorad is going to be getting a buff soon. That when I talked to one of the Plarium employees, like the developers or whatever, community manager, they said rebalance or rework, and they can't confirm nor deny it's coming. But one of the community managers on Facebook, I think it was, commented, or no, it was on YouTube. There was a big thing on Reddit about it, but they had said it's coming for Raglan and Fjorad. So it's like, well, Geralt needs one too, bad. Okay, she doesn't do enough. But this is Croad. This is going to be his stats for Faction Wars. Let's see here. We'll pause. 8.4k attack, 280 speed, crit rate, we're over crit capped, 387 crit damage. You don't need accuracy since you have Shayak on the same team. Defense could be higher, HP could be higher, but he is in my best Merciless gear. So just kind of a heads up there. I'll just kind of John Madden this. I still have Axe Serpentis on him. Now, right here in the video, bing, right, bing, right here. I'm going to show you the Arethi Coronet is going to be better for him overall. So any champion, by the way, that you're going to put Nature's Wrath on, Thor, Toshiro, Croad, you should pair with Arethi Coronet, because it's just going to be flat increase of damage that stays and accumulates over a long fight, right? And that's what you want. And I'm going to tell you right now, Axe Serpentis theoretically could give you 40% increased damage maxed out when you have 4 decapitated heads for the Hydra. But sadly, you're not going to get that. I feel like Raid, Plarium made that Relic like it was all thought up a year in advance before they nerfed and reworked the Hydra, because you used to have a bunch of decapitated heads all the time. They just hang out until they were able to respawn, right? It's not like that anymore, because now they have their own individual health and all this other stuff that they did to try and nerf Trunda, and it didn't work. So I think personally, if they ever see this Plarium, look at me here, okay, let's take it back. Take it back to the good old days when we put up just big dumb numbers. Because Hydra is a dead mode, and just let us have fucking fun. Rant over. But what I'm trying to tell you is Arethi Coronet is going to be better for Croad. I think I have one, an extra one sitting around that I'm not using, and it's going to be going on him, and I'll take Axe Serpentis off of him. But I've run into another problem where I don't have enough forge materials for relics to just swap stuff around, because we don't get that many from Chimera or any other place in the game. So Plarium, you need to at least double that. Period. This is ridiculous. They're too conservative. That's my problem. Here we go. But yeah, as you can see, let's just rewind it here. Increases the damage inflicted by this champion by 3% for each debuff they have placed successfully. The stacks up to 15%. Okay, so I'm probably never going to take Croad up to 6-star unless I pull it. And so Croad's going to stay at 5-star forever, right? 10% speed's nice, and stacking up to 30% increased damage is nice. But seeing as I'm only going to be using him in Faction Wars Hard and in Hydra, there's no reason for me to invest that much. 300 Eternal Essence isn't worth it. So, something to think about. But you get 15% flat increased damage over the term of this fight, or over the course of the fights, right? These, I take him down to War Master. Shayak, as you can see, he's not have full masteries. I did max out these gloves and max out this ring from the last video that you guys saw. And thank you for watching that video. It was low quality. I was at work. So I'm gonna buy a microphone and do stuff while I'm at work too. But yeah. So these are his stats. Shayak has no soul. No soul. 61k HP, 310 speed. Crit rate doesn't matter on him. 462 accuracy, that matters. You're going to want to be able to land his A1 and his block buffs on his A3. Oh, and his hex. I'm sorry, and his hex. But I'm trying to remember. Let me look at something here quick. Just want to look at this. Sorry, we're taking up time. Yeah, let's go to Shayak. Orc. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, there's it. So it can be resisted. The hex can be resisted. His block buffs cannot be resisted if you have the dogs. Okay, so his A1 can be resisted, but his A3 cannot, and his passive can be resisted. So I'm looking here. Yeah, so heads up there. You do need accuracy if you want to land the A1 and his passive. The passive helps him deal extra damage, like for your team. I think it's like, God, what'd that say? 20% more damage to champions under Hex. That's a lot. Okay, so you're already getting 15 from Nature's Wrath, plus 20 because you have Shayak on the team, which if you're going to run Croad and you have Shayak, you run them, period. Even if your Shayak is shitty, just make him super tanky. Croad's going to do the work. Trust me on this. You'll see. Sorry, I had stuff pulled up on the other monitor. Okay. Journal of Necrotus. Doesn't matter. It's good for his A3, but that's about it. And he only provides healing to himself. Now, if I were to take his masteries down all the way, it'd be War Master again. And then I would have the one that extends debuffs, which... Did I have that? No, I don't. So the next step after this would be to extend debuffs. Vrask, if I can give a little shout out. Plarium, I do love that you can go to the boss levels in Faction Wars Hard and look at the teams that have completed it before. That is great. I like that you do that in Doom Tower. I like that you do that in Curse City, so you can see what everybody's working with. I love that you can do that with your clan. But can you please do that in Faction Wars Hard? Let us go and look and see what our clanmates have used so I don't have to keep bugging people, right? I'm the only content creator in my clan. I'm like, I look like an idiot. I'm like, wow, what kind of team did you use? What was your build? Meh. Put it in there. I'm tired of asking people questions. But anyways, I saw a lot of teams running Vrask, and I thought to myself, I haven't used him since the original Faction Wars. I wonder if he's still good. Turns out, he's amazing. So shout out to this fucking guy, Vrask. Wow. He's lovely. Okay. So we'll look here. As you can see, I have him in counterattack accessories. I have him in relentless, but you could put him in the counterattack artifact stuff. I have him in 2-piece of immortal. It's just good for him. We'll take a look at his stats here. Faction Wars. So we're looking at 117,000 HP. Okay, so you want that because he heals your team off of his HP for his A1 and his passive and all that jazz. 312 speed, make him very fast. And you need to give him 100% crit rate because he only heals when he crits. Okay, you don't care about anything else. You can give him, I mean, he's got 202% crit damage. That's fine. He is technically a damage dealer. He's not very good at it. He's there to heal. Yeah, I love Rask. I think it would probably be better if I put him in retaliation gear. Do not mind the Relic. I just had it free. I got it out of forging this last week, and I said, fuck it. If I can make Vrask take less damage from the boss and he survives longer and he's able to keep hitting and like healing the team, then go for it. So don't mind the relic. Any relic will really do. Any of the ones that increase your healing factor, like the that one we just saw, the other, the Croad or whatever. So we'll keep moving along here. But Vrask, I know mine's a 5-star plus Ford. I've been playing a long time. Tagore, here's the thing about Tagore. I don't have masteries on him. He's going to be the one next one I'm going to get masteries on. Tagore is amazing. He's a very good reviver, and he's a very good healer, and he's a turn meter booster, and he gives increased speed to your team off of his A2. Don't mind the thing. Good HP. What I'm starting to find is you really want bolster for your supports, and you want immortal for your revivers. Bolster and immortal for your revivers. Any of your supports, try to get them in bolster. I've made a pact with myself. The only forge passes I buy now are bolster and Slayer, I think. Is it Slayer? Yeah, Slayer. Because I want to get my Marius and 9-piece Slayer, and it's very hard. So, yeah, do that. And then Seir. Look at this. Rod of Blasphemy. She receives 2% less damage if under any debuffs. It really doesn't matter. I'm trying to figure out probably the best thing to put on her would be a Cat's Gaze, but I only have 2. And they're on my arena nuker, so I'm not going to put them on her. But if you can just get a relic that has the circle here that says that bosses deal whatever % less damage to her, it's probably best just to go with that. Just get something with a circle, right? Put that gem in there. Gives her more HP, because you remember she only deals her damage off of buffs, so she does the buff strip with Karma Burn. And yes, she is a +3 with 6-star Crushing Rend, so you should get a Crushing Rend maxed out. Okay, and then yeah, if you saw that, hold up, we'll just go back here quick. I know it's supposed to be a Croad video, but it's going to be a Faction Wars Hard 21 Orcs video. But Croad is going to be like the Gucci McGucherson. As you can see, I just have her in lethal, and I have her in crit damage. That's all you really need her in. But yeah, stats, you know, make her fast, 100% crit rate, as much crit damage as you can pack. Put her in a ignore defense build, like I have here with the lethal. I'll show you here, Faction Wars. Good HP, decent defense, 283 speed, pretty fast. Yep, and then we're just going to go, I'm going to do a John Madden play-by-play. Watch this. Full auto. And the presets, the only presets I have are Revive is prioritized on Tagore, and then on the boss, Croad, his A3. It hits. Wait till you see this thing. By the way, I started this, and then I went and took a shower, and I came back 20 minutes later, and it was done in 5 minutes. That was going to take forever. This, by the way, is the only wave that's going to give you trouble. Is the only way that's going to give you trouble. And it's because this piece of shit right here, and then this piece of shit right here. You can't CC this team effectively. You know, you have to do like a single target CC, and then you have to come in with another big CC to CC everybody but Jing Wong. Then Jing Wong comes in and he hits you with decreased crit damage and fucking decreased accuracy, right? This wave is cancer. Okay. Lady Mikage, don't even care. She'll switch over and like stun your team. Nobody really cares. My problem with Orcs is I think Raka cleanses and puts up block debuffs, but then you have Warlord that also puts up block debuffs, and they're both void. Like, we need something better. There's probably one I'm not thinking of, so please tell me in the comments. Oh shit, you see my boy Vrask right here? Look at him getting in there. He's like, you fucking what, Mike? He's about to give that guy the what for. As you can see, we put the hex up. If you have high enough resistance, I think you can resist the true fear that Tetsuya places, because my Tagore doesn't care, and he's the same affinity. Boom, boom. They're hitting my dog. The dog didn't like that, so it got rid of the debuffs it was on, because it got hit so much from the mastery. And now, because Shayak attacked, the dog is sending dogs in. Boom. Half health. Okay. By the way, that's going to keep happening. They're going to keep attacking Shayak, and Shayak's going to keep... And look, the dog don't like that. Oh, killed that guy. Oh no, there goes these guys. And then look at that, Brass comes in, he retaliates and heals the team. And then Boom, you just got people coming in. Look at that. Decrease defense, decrease crit damage, decrease accuracy. The dog, look at that, 201k. The dog don't care. You got into the wrong junkyard, son. Boom. There we go. Tagore comes in. Jingwan, what a cocksucker. Now, I did get scared because so I went to, I saw that happen, and then I went to go take a shower. I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'll come back. But Tagore, he takes care of it. He comes in. He's going to revive. Really, just make sure, like Hermit Jorg or Tagore, just make sure they're in high resistance, bolster with Immortal, and make them fast. Tanky, fast, resist. But yeah, here we go. We come in. We don't care. We don't care. Dog don't care. Dog bite. Boom, look at it. Look at Vrask. Look at my boy Vrask. You don't care if he gets provoked. You don't care if his abilities get locked out. You don't give a fuck. Boom. I love it. Boom. Oh no, you hit Shayak. You shouldn't have done that. You're just a boy, poor little feller. Mm-hmm. Boom. Coming in. Hitting again. Tagore coming up. Got the shields. I didn't realize Tagore could do his A3 without reviving. Interesting. Okay. Boom. The ads are going to be dead here in a sec. Fucking 300. Wait till you see him bite the boss. The boss is going to take a ton of damage in a minute. Now the thing, I do think that Raid really needs to nerf the purple boss. And I think they need to nerf yellow boss as well. Purple boss needs to have less accuracy, I think, and a less of a chance to swap buffs and debuffs for itself and the enemies. I think it needs to, not have that. Look at that. That was almost 1 million damage out of his A3. He hit him twice, so it's 900k. And we just keep whittling him down. The HP swap also, I think, needs to be on maybe a 1 to 2 turn longer cooldown. Because I've come into the point where I have to fight this purple cocksucker. And he gets that health swap back right away. And then we'll do the whole rigmarole again. Did you see that? That was over 1 million damage that the dog just did. Boom. I like that kind of caustic rain that he has on his A2. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Spoiler alert, this is full auto and it completes at 3 stars. So it stops around 5 minutes. So we'll see it here in just a sec. Boom. But yeah, I'm very happy I went with the dog. I'm going to have to go back through the stages in Orcs that I didn't 3-star, that I only 2-starred. Because this is one of the hardest factions. Right? If you don't have Warlord, and you don't have Raka, you're working with this. Right? I mean, look at that. I have 3 epics and 2 fusions on here. And it's going to do this just fine. And also, thank you, Raid, for doing like the 3 times keys so we can use 18 keys at a time. Because if I have to do this for 5 minutes, I'm happy it does it once and not for 15 because of 3 runs. Okay. There we go, coming in. I'm pretty sure I think I should, to make this run go better and longer, I think I should take Seir off of using her A2 during this. It's about to be over. The dog's about to bite the shit out of this guy. You just watch. He's I also wish that Plarium, my god, 1 million damage right there. And I think she's about to slam him. Oh no, it's just the dog. You shouldn't hit Shayak. I don't know what to tell you, man. Boom. Boom. There you go. 5 minutes, 5 seconds. There it is. There it is. Shayak, 10 million damage. Which is expected because he does AoE on his A1. But yeah. Or Croad, sorry. Croad is amazing. He's definitely going to help you complete Faction Wars Hard on Orcs. If I go and pull Orcs up, don't know which... It sucks they won't also let you in just to see the rules of the level, like, that you missed. But I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think there's one more hiding somewhere. Or is it just 5? Yeah, I'm missing 6. Where's the other one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, way back here, stage 4. I guess I'll figure out which one's that. But yeah, Croad's amazing. Go with Croad. Go with God. Goodbye.